Welcome, Singularitarians. In this video, I'll guide you through using GitHub project board. To get started, you will need a GitHub account, and if you don't have one yet, simply sign up at github.com. For this video, we'll assume you've already created your account. Once that's done, head to the top right corner of the GitHub homepage to sign in. Now, to access the SingularityNet Archive project board, you will need an invitation. Once you receive it, you'll be able to view and interact with the board. Here is an overview of the SingularityNet Archive. This GitHub organization hosts repositories for the SingularityNet Ambassador Program's GitBook. Our aim is to create a collaborative platform where the SingularityNet community can share knowledge, ideas, and best practices. We encourage contributions from anyone interested in SingularityNet, whether it's a new project, code examples, or documentation. The archives are linked to both the GitBook and the repository backend. Here is how the GitBook looks on front end. You can see the documentation of the different guilds and workgroups. You can also see the meeting summaries that have been stored from the archive summary tool. Here, you can see the members that are currently contributing on the Archives GitHub project board. Here is a look at the repositories where all documentation is maintained in the back end. The GitHub archives are open source, so even if we lose the GitBook front end, everything remains securely stored in the repository. Let's take a look at the Archives WorkGroup project board. To view the project board, click on Projects, then select SingularityNet Archive. Here, you'll see an overview of the board with multiple viewing options. In the overview, you can see tasks that are currently in progress. Next, let's move to the Kanban view, which is similar to the work board. In this view, tasks are organized into to-do, in progress, and done categories. Milestone view. This view organizes tasks by the month they are expected to be completed. Lastly, roadmap view. Now, let's review an issue. Firstly, the title. This shows the name of the issue and the dates. Task description. This provides a brief explanation of what the task entails. Assignees. Displays who is responsible for completing the task. Labels. This is used to categorize issues and discussions. Status. This indicates whether the task is to do, in progress, or done. Due date and start date. The due date shows when the task must be completed, while the start date indicates when the task was created. Amount. This displays the budget allocated for the task. Milestone. It shows the month the task is expected to be completed and ready for payments. Body. The body contains a detailed log of all activities completed within the task's timeline. Based on our previous explanation, you can now observe the following details: the title of the issues, the assignees, the status, the milestones, various labels depending on the type of task, the amount involved. One of GitHub's built-in collaborative features is that multiple members can comment on an issue even if they aren't assigned to it. For example, this particular issue was assigned to Steven, but several other members expressed interest in performing the task in the comments. Here is a comment from the original assignee. Following that are comments from multiple members on the issue, demonstrating that members can engage with an issue without being officially assigned to it. The Archive Workgroup has adopted the approach that each issue should be assigned to one person, the individual who will be paid for the task. to align with the SingularityNet treasury system. However, it is important to note that this is not the only way to manage the GitHub board. It is possible to have multiple assignees for an issue. This is how the SingularityNet Archive Workgroup integrates payments with the SingularityNet treasury system. Here, we can view all the issues that have been closed in a particular month and export this data as a CSV file, allowing milestones to be submitted as fund requests.